Your election command center, and certainly we'll be going back to the Accra Sports Stadium for the final declaration of the election results. I mean, it's an open secret now. We all know who the winner of the March 4th Flagbearer competition or race is. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Many figures have actually shown that. Musa Dankwa of Global Info Analytics is with us here in the studio. He actually was one of the key voices that said that it is likely to be Dr. Bawumia. But I think the concern many had was with what margin is Dr. Bawumia going to win this race by. So I'm sure that in the next few minutes, as we all wait for the Electoral Commission to declare the certified results, we'll be interacting with our guests who are still with us in studio to try and fine-tune all of what has happened in the last probably 12 or so hours. And then also subject some of the figures we are going to be getting to further analysis, especially on the back of the fact that Dr. Bawumia, who is now going to be the leader of the New Patriotic Party, needs to ensure that he has the full backing of the party. With the figures we are seeing now, does he have that? And many are also commending Ken Ejapong for, doing a yeoman's job first time, just declaring all. It was actually midstream, deciding to look, I want to go for this Flagbearer competition. And in the last 3 to 4 months has been able to, marshal quite a number of supporters to give him their mandate. And although he didn't win, even within the NPP, they are quite surprised at the margin that he's been able to chalk. So that and more as we await the EC to give the final results at the Accra Sports Stadium. My colleagues are also down there at the stadium. We'll also be interacting with some of the party executives who are there. We'll be bringing all of that to you as you sit at home and watch your election command center. Like I indicated, Professor Ransford Jampo is still with us in studio. He is a professor of political science. And then also we have Musa Dankwa, who is with Global Info Analytics. They have been working the numbers in the last few months, and in getting to today, he also predicted. And the margin he gave, we'll be putting that on the screen shortly, the margin Global Info Analytics gave and what we are picking from the grounds, really close. So we'll be, disaggregating a number of these things. Also, Nash Shoko is with us. Many of you have been sharing your thoughts on what has gone on in the last few hours, commending the New Patriotic Party for undertaking such a peaceful electoral process. And then also beyond that, you've been sharing your thoughts on the candidates that contested and what may have informed the delegates' decision to vote either way or whichever way they voted. So now Shoko would also be taking us through some of the comments that are coming in thick and fast as we all wait for the Electoral Commission to give us the final results. So maybe we're just going to dig into the conversation now. I'll start with Mr. Dankwa of Global Info Analytics. Mr. Dankwa, thank you again. I mean, you were here earlier today. You've been back, and we're happy to have you back. From what you're picking on the ground, specifically regional figures, then to the headquarters, and now to the national figures you're getting. How different are those numbers from the ones that you had put out? What is the margin of difference?
Thank you very much for having me. If you look at our report that we released before the elections, we said that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was going to win, was going to win with a margin of 58.4%, plus or minus our margin of error for the poll, which was 1.91. Today, I think he's gotten 61.4%. That's what we've got from the grounds, which means that we were just 1% off the actual result that came today. I also said that Kennedy was going to do around 40.4%. So if you apply the margin of error minus his 40.4%,
Mr. Dankwa, I may have to interrupt briefly, and we may have to be doing this because we are, sure, trying to get both sides of the conversation out there. And on your screens or on the grounds, we are told that Ken Ejapong is arriving. You can see him on the screen. So let's go and pick the feed. What kind of song is, being played as they welcome the showman who gave a showdown to the New Patriotic Party's preferred candidate, Dr. Bawumia.
in the paper. Ojan show Babylon fool. Only young cause one I will ya.
That's right. Ayo father. Ayo father. Ayo father. That's right. Ayo father. Ayo father. Ayo father. Ayo da Mausasu. Ayo father. Ayo da Mausasu. Ayo father. Ayo da Mausasu. Yeah. Opia on the master.
Right, so that is Kenneth Japong shaking hands with the party executives who are on the podium. He's gone across from the right to the left, and will definitely be given a chair to sit as part of the 4 final men who were in the horse race to lead the party. And clearly, he seemed to, at least from the look of things or on the surface of what we see, to be quite content with what has happened. Maybe eventually or in the coming days might share a thought or two on how it all played out. But clearly, Kenneth Japong has turned up for the final declaration. And now I think that the next person we'll be waiting for will be Dr. Bawumia, then President Akufo-Addo, then the Electoral Commission may declare the final results. Remember that in case you are about to step out of your house, you can still follow the coverage on 3FM 92.7. That's our sister station, so you want to be in tune with us. On social media, we are also very, very active, and I will be happy to hear what your thoughts are. And talking about social media, I'm sure that some of you have actually sent in comments. Let's hear a few of them from Nashoko, who's been crunching and going through and trying to sift out some of the more cogent comments about today's decision that has to be made by the NPP delegates. All right, so now walk us through some of the key comments that are coming in, and that's one of the most interesting videos.
Yes, I tell you. And even before that, I couldn't help but notice the song that played while Kenneth Japong walked onto the stage over there. It's quite interesting that that song about Obia One Master is the one that played, and I was just reading his body language, and I'm sure you'd be discussing that as you go. But these are the things that people on social media are interested in and are talking about. So Kenneth Japong is still top of the trends, and mind you, Kenneth Japong has been top of the trends for the better part of the afternoon all through to this evening, and you'd wonder why, since he's not leading the polls. Now, among other things, the reason Kenneth Japong is top of the trends is the fact that he made a statement which has become, if you like, the tagline for today's primaries. We'll give you a showdown. Now, after that showdown comment, we've made jokes about it, but it's also been a serious point that some other candidates have campaigned on. So one of the things that most people are asking is if Kenneth Japong has given a showdown or a show up. Whatever that means, I don't know. But comments on social media say that Kenneth Japong has been given a showdown by Dr. Bawumia. Also, a lot of the comments coming in are talking about the difference in numbers and polls from the various regions, places that we expected Bawumia to do well in, and yet Kenneth Japong showed up very well in those regions. One of the constituencies which has enjoyed a lot of commentary on social media is his own constituency, Asin Central, where 16 delegates voted for Dr. Bawumia. While you might think that 16 is a very small number, people on social media have said that the hashtag Fear Delegates is showing for real, and this time you should fear 16 delegates who do not vote for you, even though they promised they would, because they expected him to get a 100% victory in his own constituency. Now, Kenneth Japong representative allegedly runs away with transportation, and delegates have sworn a showdown. One of the reasons that social media commentators say that lost Kennedy Japan some votes is that monies which he allegedly presented to be given to some of them was sort of not given to them. Some delegates have openly said in videos that have gone viral that they expected a certain amount to be given to them and they got a smaller amount. Others have said they were not going to vote at all, even though they intended to vote for Kennedy Japan, because they did not get the monies that were promised them. So here in this story, if you just go on our Twitter page, go to the TV3GH platform, you'll see the story from the Western region where Kennedy Japan's representative allegedly runs away with TNT and delegates have sworn a showdown. The question is this the reason that he did not pull as many votes as he expected to pull in those areas, because they did not get the money that they needed or they expected? So you see some comments coming in, very interesting, all lies. Almost every NPP person, well, I don't think this comment is great for television, but you see a lot of messages coming in and they're all talking about whether or not inducement and paying of monies to delegates is the way to go in 2023, and whether or not that particular thing that the delegates have been accused of doing or the Flagbearer aspirants have been accused of doing by the delegates has had a great impact on how today's elections have been decided.
Okay. Right. So now, thank you so much. Certainly, we'll be coming back to you as we all wait for the final declaration and then eventually the comments that are still coming in and pouring in. So on your screens now, I think one more probably should be an executive is expected. With those on the podium standing up, it means that we are expecting one more person, correspondent on the ground, Eric Mawana, and then also Roland Walker, who will be updating us shortly on what exactly is happening on the grounds at the Accra Sports Stadium. In the meantime, though, we still have our guests in studio and we'll be chit-chatting as we await the EC to come in and declare. So, Mr. Dankwa, you were talking about the figures that are coming in or comparing that to what you initially had. And you were specific as regards some of the ones that Ken got and what your predictions were. So, yes, just take it off from where you left off.
Right. What I was saying was that we had Ken on maximum around 40.4% plus or minus the margin of error, which was 1.91%. And then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was 58.4%, plus or minus the margin of error of 1.91%. Let's look at Bawumia's numbers. If you add our margin of error to the 58.8, you get 60.3%. Now he's getting around 61.4%. That's about 1.09% of what he got. You can't get closer than this.
And then again, the 40.04, the 40.4 you got or you projected for Ken, plus
if you subtract
margin of error
because he's lower.
Yes, so it's just around 38. All right, so let's cross over now to the grounds. Eric Man Egbeta is speaking. Eric, what's going on there?
Elections by about 20% of the votes. He has been one man who's been anticipated greatly at the Accra Sports Stadium, even as the cheers continue loudly here at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's been a number of hours since we've been here. The numbers have been coming through thick and fast, from the few hundreds. Now it's to close to 1,000 and over of individuals who are gathered here in their numbers, all in expectancy of the arrival of the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, who, per provisional results, has won this particular presidential primary. But in one of the many things that they've sought to do is to paint a picture of the unity of the party. The 2020 campaign manager and 2016 campaign manager as well of the NPP, Peter McMenu, is here with us. Let's just pick brief thoughts from him as well. Honorable, many thanks for speaking to us. You're live on TV3. I mean, all three aspirants are here ready and waiting for the final declaration. The chant is that this is the elephant spirit. Is this what you needed as a party following what many have described as a tumultuous presidential primary?
I keep telling people that campaigning is bound to bring some divisions, because when you are campaigning, there are 3 or 4 candidates, in this case 4, who are campaigning for one seat. There's bound to be a difference. But the spirit of internal democracy in NPP is that when we choose one person, all of us must rally behind that person. And that's what is going to happen from today.
That is what is going to happen from today. You have overseen 2 successive electoral victories. In your own assessment, knowing very well what it takes to win an election, is the Vice President the best man to do this for the NPP?
Once the delegates have chosen him, he is the best man. And I repeat, once the delegates have chosen him, he is the best man. And he brings on board certain unique features which will be helpful to NPP. This is the first time NPP is choosing a candidate from the north. So wait and see.
How significant is that? Just briefly, how significant is the first time you're getting a candidate from the north?
It's very significant because the NDC has been touting that the north is their stronghold. But we'll see.
You see in the 2024
yes,
election?
and it started from 2016 when they started losing seats in the north. By 2020, we have overtaken them on the seas in the north. So 2024, we see.
Thank you very much. That's Peter McMahon, who is a 2020 campaign manager, former chair of the party as well, who says that, look, the Vice President is the man as well to lead the party to break the year. Because if you look at the dynamics from 2016, the presence of the Vice President has meant that the electoral fortunes of the governing party has changed in the north. And up until 2020, they had made significant strides in terms of being able to annex a number of seats in the northern region. That trajectory, that upward trajectory of electoral fortunes for the NPP, he believes is being solidified now with the selection of the Vice President as their presidential candidate. And he leaves with just a few words. We shall see. Those are the words of the 2020 campaign manager. For a man who has overseen 2 successive electoral victories, he sure as well knows exactly what it is that he's talking about. But we're live on TV3, we're live on 3FM as well. This is your election command center. Now I must say that all 3 aspirants who were a part of the contest today are seated on the podium right now in wait of the arrival of the Vice President and the President of the Republic. There's an announcement as well that the Electoral Commission reps will be here shortly with the final details of the elections. 61%, that's what provisional results have put the Vice President at. 61%, a substantial number in terms of a resounding victory. Many of them have stated, although they had anticipated 65% and over 70% to a great extent, they make the argument that what? It's his first time, and that is significant enough for anybody who's watching, for the NDC who are watching, to know that they are fielding a formidable candidate who can come and lead them to break the 8. That's the current development as they continue to await. I'm seeing Samia Wuku as well, who was a campaign manager of the Baumia campaign. He's made his way to the podium as well, which will foretell that the Vice President is almost here. And like you heard, he will be entering very soon. We've been here a fair few hours now, and for many of the indigenes, particularly the national organizer of the party who continues to address the delegates, the presence of all 3 here is indicative of the fact that the elephant is united. It is strong, resolute, and ready for battle 2024. The young are here as well as the old, as they continue to be present here and their numbers, and you see them waving their flags and showing off in anticipation of the fact that the Vice President has won. They are excited as they continue to chant. They continue to await the arrival of the Vice President. The music is coming through again, and that is it for you in your shorts. That's it in your shorts. The excitement level continues to go up a notch higher for these ladies who are here anticipating the arrival of the Vice President. They are seeking to take over now, but that's the case. And it's been an interesting day, one filled with very little activity in terms of the misunderstanding that continues to disrupt elections. So far, so good. They've overseen the elections, they've overseen the electoral process of collation, and now the provisional result points to a win for Dr. Bawumia, and his supporters, his fans are happy, excited, and they are announcing the arrival of the Chief of Staff as well, as she also makes her way to this place. The music is continuing, and a lot of these individuals are overjoyed, are ecstatic, over the moon, because the Vice President has won. It's just only a matter of minutes from here now on. It could go to hours really, but one thing is certain, that the North will remember the 4th of November today, that a son of the land has made it through from Vice President, has won the Flagbearer ticket of the governing New Patriotic Party, and very soon will be confirmed as the one who emerged victorious in all of this. The anticipation continues to build up. The anticipation continues to build up. The indication we get is that the Vice President has arrived, only a matter of minutes before he makes his way here. It will be interesting to note what the noise decibels, what levels he will reach, the reception he will receive, what the reception will be like for the Vice President, who is expected now to be arriving, the Vice President. The anticipation level is going up and up and up as the Vice President makes his way into the Accra Sports Stadium. He is expected to be declared victorious today. He is expected to be declared victorious, and the chants are going up. The chants are going up in anticipation of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is making his way into the auditorium, who is making his way. You can see the police sirens from far away leading him on into the Accra Sports Stadium. Shortly he'll be going onto the podium, but they are seeking to rile up the crowd again. Rile up the crowd in unison with a decision of over 61% of the delegates. They say he is the man they believe will lead them to break the 8. He is the man who will lead them to break the 8, and they anticipate his arrival. Mr. Digitization, as they call him, Mr. Digitization, as he is now known, his arrival is highly anticipated and awaited at this particular point. And that is the atmosphere now. That is the atmosphere, the anticipated arrival of the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. He has arrived finally, arrived to a massive reception, arrived to a standing ovation, arrived Arrived. That is the man the delegates have chosen to lead the NPP into elections 2024. The man they believe the NDC fears. He is the vice president, an intelligent leader as they describe him, a man whose personality has resonated well with all of the delegates, a man many have described as the establishment candidate, but the vice president nonetheless. A man described as Mr. Digitalization. He's going through the paces. He's going through the paces, giving a handshake to all of the candidates. Going through the paces. That is the vice president of the Republic, the man who turned the fortunes around, who turned the fortunes of the governing party around from 2016, turned the fortunes of the NPP around in the northern region, continued in the upward trajectory, turned the trajectory of the party around in 2020, has continued to be Mr. Digitalization for many who are gathered here. The man that believe has all it takes to be the one true individual who will lead the party to break the eight. They are right now standing on the podium in wait for the vice president who has arrived with his wife, and the cheers are loud. The cheers are loud now for the vice president who has arrived now, the vice president who's receiving all of the applause, all of the cheers, all of the applause, all of the cheers. Right now, they continue to cheer loudly, they continue to cheer loudly. The vice president he continues to throw his fist up in the air, indicative of the victory, the resounding victory it is that has been chalked on the ticket of the NPP. The resounding victory that has been chalked. From here on in, the expectation is that the formalities will take place, where the official declaration will come through, and then the speeches will flow. The speeches will flow from here as the Vice President of the Republic has arrived here now. He has been anticipated for quite a while now. Some 2 minutes to the top of the hour here on your election command center. 3FM 92.7, TV3 Ghana. This is where we've been bringing you up-to-the-minute details as to exactly what's been transpiring at the Accra Sports Stadium. Kennedy Ohinie, Japan, seated close to the Vice President in a hearty conversation. This, many believe, is a sign that the NPP is united strong, ready for elections 2024, ready for victory, ready to break the eight. A mantra that has been on when the party chalked 30 years of its existence. They have continued and continued in that mantra. The process started as far back in June, where tickets were picked by 10 individuals. Up to 10 individuals picked the ticket to want to lead the NPP in fast forwarding the agenda to break the eight. That 10 on August 26th was whittled down to 5. In that Superdelegate Congress, the Vice President emerged victorious with some 68%. It was a resounding victory for many of the superdelegates who voted in that election. They made the argument that, look, the grassroots are yearning for him. The ordinary folk within the governing New Patriotic Party is anticipating the victory of the Vice President, because he is the one man that the NDC feared. And so, from the Superdelegate Congress, when the numbers were whittled down to 5, the campaign was on as to who could turn the vote or turn the minds of the voters most to select them to lead the party. Along the way, it got a bit tumultuous. One of the leading figures of the party decided to step down and form a movement of his own leading a separate movement, whittling the number down further to 4. It was then declared by analyst posters that it was a straight-up dogfight between Kennedy Yohini Japan and Dr. Bawumia. Along the line, the campaigns have been fierce, from accusations, counter-accusations, to the campaign period becoming intense. It has been an interesting last few weeks, with it all culminating today at the forecourt here at the Accra Sports Stadium. In the lead up to today, many had called the poll. The camp of the vice president said anything short of a 75% would mean that it was not reflective of the work that has been done. Many of the posters, particularly Global Info Analytics, urged for caution and anticipated as well that there'll be moderation in terms of the numbers. But after it all was said and done, the delegates have decided they've elected the vice president with some 61% of the votes. The anticipation now is for the arrival of the president, and then it can proceed, and then it can begin to go on. For now, all 4 aspirants are here, present, ready and waiting for the final processes to come to a close. The announcement is being made now for the arrival of the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who spoke some 2 weeks ago, was asked the question why it is the case that he chose the vice president to be his running mate. He said simply that he was affable. He could come to him straight and tell him whatever it is. The president has arrived now. Lord Comey has arrived. So has the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, accompanied by the First Lady. They are here as well to be a part. A part of history. History, that is what it is for a lot of the folks. Right. And so we're handing over now for the final processes here. Back to you in the studio.
We are going to make history. And this is the man who is going to lead history. He's about.
And clearly you can see that the activities at the stadium is getting to a crescendo. The president is arriving and will be climbing the podium in a few seconds. Already all the 4 candidates have arrived themselves. They've sat down. They all arrived to a rousing welcome. And from the look of things, hopefully, in the next few minutes, the Electoral Commission will declare the results. So at least we can call it a day. But it has been a very busy day here at your Election Command Center. We've crisscrossed the country, bringing you polling station results, regional coalition results, and then now we actually have a few national results. So President Akufo-Addo is on the podium now. You can see, unfortunately, the security is preventing us from seeing him, but that's a firm handshake between him and Dr. Bawumia, his vice president, and now Flagbearer-elect of the New Patriotic Party. He's in a handshake also with Kennedy Japan. I'm sure in his head, he's saying thank you for giving Bawumia a tough competition. And he's gone on to shake the hands of Mr. Adainimo and then also Dr. Efrie Akoto, the former Greek minister. They were in the race. The last 2 I just mentioned, Adainimo and Akoto Efrie, they also got some, I mean, the numbers or the data we have, very poor showing, but clearly right from the onset, it was public knowledge that the competition was going to be between Dr. Baumia and Ken Ejapon, and hopefully sooner than later the EC will declare, so we get to know the specific numbers. I think that's what everybody is waiting for. Yes, Dr. Baumia has won, but by what margin, and what does that mean going forward? So that's President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now we can see him clearly in the orange shirt, going to take his seat, waving to the gathering to let them know that he is in the house, President of the Republic, and probably in the next few minutes he's going to be handing over the mantle of leadership of the party to Dr. Baumia, who is going to be now the leader of the New Patriotic Party going into 2024. All smiles, party executives quite happy to have delivered the expected result, or what the establishment was hoping for. That has been done. Nana Akufo-Addo, the president, His Excellency, has taken his seat. On his left, you have his wife, Madam Rebecca. On his right, you have the chair of the New Patriotic Party, and the national organizer is actually addressing the audience or the gathering, and hopefully in the next few minutes we should be hearing from all those who need to make speeches. I'm sure the president will. Dr. Baumia will also make an acceptance speech, and that should be after the EC declares. That's Mr. Kwaku, who is the head of he's a director of operations of the Electoral Commission, and he will be Director of Electoral Services at the Electoral Commission. He will be speaking and declaring the results, the official final certified results that the EC has put together. So he's also just gone to shake the hands of the leadership of the party seated on the podium, and I'm sure that barring any last minute unnecessary delays, we should be hearing him give the final results shortly. We still have Professor Ransford Jampo with us in studio. Professor Ransford Jampo is a professor of political science and has been observing or monitoring all of these right from the last few months when the conversation around the Flagbearer competition started up until now that we are about to hear who has won and by what margin. Prof, as we all await, what are your thoughts? At least the president is there. What are your immediate thoughts on how the last few minutes have gone? The fact that the candidates have come, they shook hands, they smiled at each other. It looks quite okay, doesn't it?
Well, I indicated earlier, these are all for the cameras. What the party would be in need of would be sincerity and genuineness. That would be, this would be required in bringing people together, and you can do some of these things just to give good images and photos for the cameras, but if they are not done sincerely, then the party would have a lot of things, a lot of challenges in its quest to proceed in its agenda of breaking the 8. But once again, let's commend Kennedy Ejapon. He's truly giving a showdown. I want to say a showdown. Essentially, you are talking about a confrontation intended to help bring a finality to a dispute. That's what we refer to as a showdown. At least for the cameras, he's shown a certain maturity. He is seated by Baumia, and then we are seeing the pleasantries being exchanged. And he's greeted, he's shaking hands with so many people. And so I think that for the cameras, what is happening is good. But as to whether behind the scenes or beyond what is happening, we are truly seeing what is sincere is another matter. My challenge is with the Electoral Commission. Institutions must work beyond personalities. When did they tell us that they are going to be declaring results? Why are we still waiting? What are they waiting for? Were they waiting for the president? This election is not about the president of the republic.
Exactly.
Okay? And so, to the extent that it's past 5 o'clock and we are still here waiting for what, I mean, it shows a certain, I don't know, a certain unwillingness to allow institutions to work. Whether the president is seated or not, Elections have been held. You have the results. You should declare it. Let him listen to the results in his car or in his home. But you don't wait and keep all of us in this kind of unnecessary suspense. They are fond of that. During national elections too, they will keep all of us in that kind of unnecessary suspense. I think that institutions must work beyond individuals. It is not helpful. I don't see why we should all be sitting down up till now waiting for what? Oh.
And in the same vein, it talks about our national attitude, or probably in this case, the institution's attitude towards time management. Because all
very bad. Very bad. People have been seated for how many hours, and then we are still waiting for what? Are they still collating the results? The candidates themselves, they've been able to do their own collation. Is it incompetence or is what? I don't understand. We don't have to wait for anybody. Go ahead and declare. If you do so, the next time you show that, look, you work with time. The next time there is an election, people will be seated. You give them the time. That sit around this time will declare results. But people go to sit down and we are all waiting for what? Is this one? What is it? I don't understand.
Deliberate delay.
Oh.
Right, so that's the voice of Professor Ransford Jampo, political science, professor of political science, sharing his thoughts on what you're seeing on your screens. It was expected that the results would be declared around 5 p.m. That's at least what the Electoral Commission had told us. And it's 3 hours on getting to, well, just a few minutes after 8. So way past 3 hours, and we are yet to hear what the EC would say. So President Akufo-Addo on your shot definitely will be making a speech. I'm sure he's looking through his speech and trying to fine-tune whatever it is that he would be saying to the country. When he arrived and went closer to the gathering, he made some gestures, trying to tell them that I told you so. Well, that's my understanding of the gesture that the president made. But obviously, we would get to know what exactly the president's thinking is when he finally addresses the gathering and by extension the country. And you would also recall that the president a few weeks ago made certain comments along the lines of, well, whatever it is that is happening, the next government would seek to rectify the challenges. So if it is in that vein, then it means as though, like many are saying, the president is actually checked out totally. But we'll take briefly the thoughts of Professor Jampo as the EC readies itself to announce the results. All right. So, yeah, Prof, you were saying something. I mean, I was saying that there seemed to be some kind of detachment, the president and the people. Is that a position you share?
Telling us that the next government will come and fix the challenges. So what is the...
My uncle, Prof. Michael Kwe, who was the chairman of the Presidential Election Committee, respect to all members of the election committee. Good evening, Chief of Staff, ministers here, every protocol observed. Good evening to everybody. Before I'll talk about the declaration, I want to entreat all of you that we are exhibiting the 2020 register and the 2023 supplementary register. Please and please, we want to entreat all of you to go and check on your name. The purpose is for you to know your polling station, effect corrections if it be. If there's any inclusion, you request for it. If you know anybody who has passed away after registration, please help us to clean the register. We have also introduced the short code *713*81# that without even going to the polling station, you can check on your details. But in case you key in that short code and there's anything that you want to effect, you will have to go to the district office where you are a voter to effect the necessary changes. This is the greeting from the Electoral Commission. On behalf of the chairperson and the entire commission, we want to congratulate you for the support you gave us in the supervision of your work. Without much ado, I will go straight to the business. As you are aware, 4 people contested, and these are the results. Candidate number 1, Ken Onhinen Ejapong. He had 71,996. Mahmoud Baumia, 118,210. Owusu Afriye Akoto, 1,459. Francis Aden Nimo, 781. Total valid votes, 192,446. Total rejected ballots, 900. Total vote cast, 193,346. By your constitution, for somebody to be declared a winner, the person should have 50% plus. And by our computation, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia had 91.47%. Sorry, 61.47%. 61.47%. So, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is duly elected as the Flagbearer going to 2024. Thank you very much.
Come like a kite, me come to them like some kite,
The EC will hand official results to the national chairman.
Forever and ever, I'll be a leader. Forever and ever, I'll be a teacher.
Thank you very much, Electoral Commission. Very wonderful job executed by the Electoral Commission.
Yes.
Excellent job executed by the Electoral Commission.
Very excellent.
Electoral Commission, Bomabaso, Ghana Police. Ghana Police. Ya Bomabaso, Maya dear pa. Maya dear.
Oma Bojuma.
Straight into action.
Oma Bojuma.
The party at the Juma Eshe Presidential Elections Committee, sir. Now, we shall call on the chairman, Committee na Juma pa. And this is the Presidential Elections Committee, led by the very respected former Speaker of Parliament, the very respected Professor Mike Okwe, to deliver brief. We kakrabi enya kasabebre be kasaka krabi adi ache munya dede e ma presidential elections committee the presidential elections committee the presidential elections committee
all the security agencies munina bayadi police soldier munina yaboma baso regional police command. Hello. Kukudu. Eshi. Kukudu. Ewususu. Kukudu. Eshi Rado.
President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, Chairman of the NPP and your executive, honorable ministers, honorable members of Parliament, Council of Elders, patrons and trustees, fellow crocodiles, we have come to the end of a very exciting journey, all in search of a flag bearer for our party for election 2024, for which we welcome and congratulate all the honorable contestants of the process. On behalf of the election committee, I wish to congratulate our worthy contestants who have all acquitted themselves most credibly as great gladiators in the electoral arena. This evening, we wish to remind that there is no victor nor vanquished. The NPP is the winner of the entire process. However, one thing is demanded of the victor, in particular, in every battle. The vanquished is finished and has little to offer. It is up to the winner to show magnanimity and embrace every loser in order to fight together for the ultimate victory in Operation 2024. This is the way to break the eight. The committee is grateful for the opportunity to serve our great party. We thank all aspirants for cooperating with us. We look forward to incorporating all the rules we introduced this year, which include the Intra-Party Advisory Committee, in one publication for future processes to strengthen the deepening of democracy in our party and in our nation. We are grateful for the Inspector General of Police, the police administration, and their able police officers for ensuring an incident-free process. Our appreciation also goes to the EC chairperson and her lieutenants for conducting a successful election. We further praise God for a very good weather across the country. Long live the NPP. Long live Ghana. Indeed, we also appreciate the media extensively. We, the new patriotic party, the elephant is our winning symbol. We are glad to serve. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, the presidential led by Professor Michael Kwe, Honorable Afenyo Ken, a member. Afia Nsu, a member. Great. And then you have the former treasurer, Mr. Bankwaya Bua, member. You have Madame Talata Asobayire, Yama Menso, a member. And then you have William Yamwa, member. Choboy,
yeah,
Choboy,
yeah,
Kukudu,
she,
Kukudu,
she,
Kukudu,
she,
Bruno. The general secretary, the chief spokesperson of the party.
Yeah, that's right.
Your general secretary.
Yeah.
My general secretary.
Yes.
Our general secretary.
Yes.
Akoranyame.
Yes.
Onona Jumadie.
Yeah.
Ne modi mo.
The JFK.
Ama Jumadie nyina no akobo. Akobo. Yemfa dede yo. Yentunsa Enfre. The general secretary of the party. Lawyer. Justice. Kodia,
The Esquire. Hey, the Esquire.
That's right.
Thank you. We don't have time. Your Excellency, the President of our dear Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Your Excellency, the Vice President of our dear Republic, Dr. Haji Muhammadu Bawumia, our revered Chief of Staff, the National Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Stephen Ayesu in team, national officers of our party, Chairman of the Presidential Elections Committee, Professor Michael Ironkwe, our dear aspirants, all other protocol observed. Indeed, today is a great day for the New Patriotic Party. It is a great day for the New Patriotic Party. The party has made history today. Since 1992, we have had 3 great personalities who have led this party. In 1992, we had Professor Edubwain from Eastern and Ashanti region. He passed on the mantle to our revered former President J.A. Kufuor,
Yes.
from Ashanti region.
Yes.
He passed on the baton to His Excellency, our current President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, from Eastern region.
Adodi.
Not long ago, in this country, someone made a statement.
Yes.
When it comes to NPP, there is no way a person from the north can ever become the flag bearer of our party.
Yeah.
But today, what has happened?
General Secretary.
Today, what has happened?
History.
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 In our history, the New Patriotic Party is no more and can never be tagged as an account party. Because today, we have the flag bearer who come from the northern part of the country.
That's right.
That shows the national character of the New Patriotic Party. We are waiting to see the day that Yanom will also elect an Akan presidential candidate. As we have gathered here today, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, I want to use this opportunity to thank national officers for the immense sacrifice, for the immense commitment that they showed from day one that we decided to conduct the presidential primaries. As a party and as ICYMI institution, we are not perfect. But as all of you can attest today, this has been one of the most peaceful, transparent, and well-organized internal elections in this country. The election is over. We don't have aspirant A or aspirant B. We have a presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. On this note, I shall call on Mr. or Honorable Adenimo to make a short statement to all of us. Honorable Adenimo.
Honorable Adenimo, Mumba Musem.
Yadede manu.
Mumba Musem.
The signal is unity.
Yes, sir.
And we are showing it today.
DJ, hold on.
Kukurudu.
She.
Kukurudu. Kukurudu.
Rado.
the President of the Republic, H.E. Nana Akufo-Addo, and his wife, the Vice President of the Republic, and flag-bearer-elect of the new Patriotic Party.
That's right.
H.E. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and his wife, the Chief of Staff, the National Chairman of the party, the Chairman and members of the Presidential Elections Committee. I do recognize all other protocols. Tonight is also another great day in the history of the new Patriotic Party. We have made history, and this history will remain in this party. We want to thank first and foremost the Creator of the universe for giving us this day, that we are gathered here to adore our newly elected flag bearer and leader of the new Patriotic Party. Let me take the opportunity formally to congratulate H.E., the Vice President and flag bearer-elect. Earlier on, I placed a telephone conversation with him, and then I conceded to him and congratulated him for the marvelous work that he has done to achieve this. The task is over. The battle ahead is to secure the victory of 2024. And so I also want to thank the rank and file of the party and all delegates for making the presidential primaries today a successful one. Together, we have to prosecute this agenda. And I can assure you that, Francis Adainimo, I am committed to the cause of the party and for history to be made in 2024 by the party breaking the age to stay in government for 12 years and for 16 years and beyond.
It is possible.
Of course, the victory has been delivered to the man. It is possible. In 2024, we are looking forward to seeing the victory being delivered to the new Patriotic Party under the "It is possible" slogan. I want to urge all members of the party, let us bury our differences. Let us pursue peace and unity amongst ourselves. It is better that we stay in government than to go out of government. And I know our president is going to work hard together with everybody and the flag bearer that this victory shall be secured next year. On this note, once again, I congratulate you, H.E., flag bearer-elect, and I congratulate all of us as members of the party. May God bless the new Patriotic Party. May God bless our homeland, Ghana. And I pledge myself in supporting the work of the flag bearer. Thank you very much. And God
Thank you, Honorable Adenimo. At this venture, I will invite Dr. Ousu Efiye Akoto to also have a short message for us.
Concludo.
Eshi.
Concludo.
Eshi.
Concludo.
Eshi.
Excellency, the President of the Republic, the First Lady, let me take this opportunity to stand on the protocols so well laid down by Honorable Adenimo to make a few remarks. All of us here tonight are witnesses to a very historic event. For 16 good years, the face of our president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has represented the image of the new patriotic party. The time has come to change the baton, and the party has made a firm decision to bring in the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. It is a very incisive decision that has been taken today. So from today, we are going to see a new face. I'm very confident that having worked with the Vice President on all the major institutions of the government for 6 years, that he will lead us to victory come next year, 2024. I will entreat everyone who has taken a hit in the heat of the campaign. Let's bury all those and pretend that they never happened. And let's get together as one in unity so we can defeat the NPC come 7 December 2024. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, cute team.
Thank you. Joe Biden.
Hey!
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 The next on the list. Showdown. Honorable Kennedy Akpo-Prako Etapao.
Thank you, Mr. DJ. Thank you.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden. MPP will say yeah. MPP will say yeah. MPP Mr. President, the First Lady, the Vice President, the Second Lady, Chief of Staff, National Chairman, Council of Elders Chairman, Election Committees Chairman, my colleagues, aspirants, all protocol observed. Indeed, it's a great day today. I believe the party has been fair and transparent.
Yes!
That is the only thing I've always been preaching. And I must admit, this election is fair. And my grassroots have spoken. And therefore, I accept the results in good faith. I pledge my support that we're going to work tirelessly to break the 8. So
party members that we are here, we should put everything behind us and let's unite this party. With unity, I believe we can break the 8. And that is all I've been preaching for. So I congratulate the elections committee, the police department, electoral commission, and the party members for the commitment you've shown for peace. And I want to assure you, in 2024, the showdown is being translated to we have to come together and give NBC a showdown. So, once again, I want to say thank you to my team for working hard, my wife for the support she gave me, and the party faithfuls who believe in me and voted for me. I say a big thank you to you, and I'll never forget you. So let's come together, and success will be ours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
The showdown.
DJ,
The
we
showdown.
are the new patriotic party.
Thank you.
By Sydney, make it ready, make it ready. We are the new patriotic party by Sydney, make it ready.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kennedy Akompreko, Japan. As a political party, we do have a sister party in the United Kingdom, the Conservative Party, and we have Laura Sanders and Rem Adi representing them to give us the solidarity message from the Conservative Party.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you so much for inviting us to take part in the presidential primaries and in today's rally. It's an honour to be here in Accra at such a historic event. I'd like to start by acknowledging the protocols. First of all, Your Excellency the President, Your Excellency Vice President, Honourable Party Chairman, Honorary Secretary General and other NPP Secretariat. I'd like to take this opportunity to offer our congratulations to the newly elected Flagbearer. Okay. This is not only a great achievement, but it is a great responsibility to lead your party into next year's elections. I would like to wish you every success in your new role as Flagbearer of your party and as the NPP candidate as you aim to break the 8. May you swiftly settle into your role and continue the legacy of your predecessor. The last few days, I've seen firsthand how important your members all view the selection process, the elections, and the importance of voting for who they want to represent them next year. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge all those who worked behind the scenes to ensure the smooth running of the primaries, the voting process, and this event this evening. Your work is important, and today could not have happened without you. Congratulations once again, and thank you.
Thank you very much, the Conservative Party of United Kingdom. At this venture, I will invite the national chairman of our great party, Mr. Stephen Ayesu Itim, to deliver a message on behalf of our party. Kukrudu.
Eshi.
Kukrudu.
Eshi.
Kukrudu.
Eshi.
Mr. President, your wife, Your Excellency, the Vice President, and your wife. In fact, I wish to stand on all existing protocols. Before delivering my message, very short one. When I was campaigning to become national chairman last year, I made a very emphatic, irrevocable promise. And it was that if you make me the national chairman, I will give you a president in 2023. And it starts with the introduction Flagbearer tonight. Having delivered on your bargain by giving me the Flagbearer, His Excellency Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, I'm reiterating my promise to you, distinguished delegates, that I'm going to produce a president for you in December 2023.
That's right. That's right. Amen. Amen.
2024. That is what we are all looking up to. Nothing less than that. So without much ado, I want to thank you sincerely for producing and introducing to me the Flagbearer. It is my turn now to give you a president next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Kukuru!
See.
I'm the Nipa Bre eti de meka na se. Na mom me bono to fa kakra bi ewo Porto Kasem. Ya ka obia ti de meka ya se. Na mom ya se de de nsa ye no ye mfa nsuo enye. Ebra me ye campaign. Say ye nto abama me no me ye national chairman no. Me ma omo anohoba say Montuma me na me ye national chairman. Na mu wie eno a me so me ma mo president for NPP and for Ghana in 2024. I'm say obia modi mo behye so. Say akase Steven Tim ne mpamfo nso ebe ma mo president no. Manuasi ndamu nyina ase.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, the national chairman, the new patriotic party. This is the elephant spirit.
That's right.
Sunsumuno enye. DJ me pacho. Ye anthem no me pacho any ready. The first gentleman of the land. Ebobo Anuhaba. His Excellency the President. Ebobo Anuhaba. Nana Ado Danko Akufo-Addo, His Excellency. Adudi Ebobo Anuhaba. DJ me pacho. Mame Njomino. We are the new. DJ Ayake Kaho. Pacho bien sorry.
That is the party national anthem.
We are the new patriotic party. We are the new patriotic party. The elephant is the way they say move. We are born to save Ghana. The elephant is the way they say move. We are born to save Ghana. We are born to save Ghana. We are born to save Ghana. The elephant is the way they say move. We are born to save Ghana. The elephant is the way they say move. We are born to save Ghana. This is the president's favorite song.
Raise your hand and wave. Raise your hand and wave. Wave for NPP. Wave for Mr. President. Please raise the flag.
Raise your hands. More pajama flags, you know. More pajama flags, you know. More raise your hands.
Wave your handkerchief. Wave your flag. Wave your flag. Wave your flag. Wave your flag. Wave your paraphernalia. Wave your party paraphernalia. Mawusasu, mawusasu. Natonyum. Etonya miyemba. Wave your party paraphernalia. Wave your party flag. And wave your hands. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice in it. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice in it. Wave your party paraphernalia. And wave.
Madam First Lady, the beautiful Rebecca.
Sir.
National Chairman, the great and the good of the NPP. Now, 3 simple, quick messages. The first is to express my gratitude to all members of this party, from polling station executives, electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, regional executives, national executives, councils of elders, elections committee, all members of this party, that today you have shown that indeed Ghanaian democracy is safe in your hands. You have shown the commitment of our party and tradition to democratic values and conduct. And I want to really thank you. Say me dama se papa. Say ne. Machira man for Ghana for nyina sampa kanami kebia memuno NPP for etiasie epa. So everything went very well today, very transparent and very, very peaceful. Unyakupong eni edanase. Second message is a very simple one. Congratulations. Congratulations, Mr. Flagbearer, Mr. Vice President Flagbearer. "16 years of work for the party in opposition and in government has been rewarded by the party with this leadership that has been conferred upon you. I'm confident that Mamadou Bawumia will be able to unite this party with the assistance of Kennedy Ohene Ajapong, the assistance of Owusu-Efiri Akoto, Adenimo, and all the other contestants, and provide us the strong leadership that will take on the NDC in 2024 and inflict a third successive defeat on John Dramani Mahama. Yamani Trinkwa. Na mini say, obetumi akaye nyina bom. Bi aba ye dombako 2024 no. Ebetumi ni NDC for no. Ako akai mo ni ati ase say osro kokoko no eba gegim. Now, the third message. Today, I am passing on the flag bearer position of our party to a new leader. I want to thank every single NPP person here. Now, for the last 16 years, 2007, 2010, 2014, 2020, you have conferred your confidence in me to lead this great party. You have honored me, an honor I can never, ever, ever forget. And have allowed me to serve the party, and through the party, to serve the people of Ghana. I've done my best, but I still have one more task to do. And that is, with all my strength, all my energy, to help the new flag bearer, to help Mamadou Bawumia win the election of 2024. Ghana cannot afford the return of the NDC, especially under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama. So, let's all pull together. We have to go and campaign hard, easy. Election here by easy, my Nanso, we want racism, can see it. Se bako ye wo ye mu na kokodro na ehia no so wo ye mu a Onyankopon be pay kwan amaye emankunimdie so abayafa on 27th January 7th December 2024 ti me bae masem kakra me de basem me ba be dam asepa enyonyam kese a mo ahia me 16 years ni and therefore na minim say odo a mo yi a kire me no musumo ahu say musumo domo pa musumo domo papa me dama say so enti me ba be frɛ national chairman and a new flag bearer, my vice president Kwon Brana Yenye Amaniano away. So, it is my great privilege to hand over the flag of the new patriotic party to you, Mahamadou Bawumia. There you are. I'm over with music.
Everybody all hands up. Raise your hands up. Raise your hands up. Raise your hands up. NPP also. Yeah. NPP also. Yeah. NPP. Obianso on the phone light. Obianso on the phone light. Obianso on the phone light. Cho boya. Cho boya.
Now we will hear from His Excellency, the Vice President, the newly elected presidential candidate of the new patriotic party.
It's
His
possible.
Excellency, the Vice President.
It's possible.
Dr. Mamadou Bawumia.
Thank you very much. Kukurudu. 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 Your Excellency, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic. Your Excellency, the former President, J. Kufuor, who I know is watching from home. Our National Chairman, Stephen Intim, the General Secretary, Lawyer Justin Kodia, the Chairman of the Council of Elders, Honorable Hakman Oswajiman, the National Council members, members of the National Executive Committee, Chairman and members of the Presidential Elections Committee, Ministers of State, members of Parliament, constituency chairmen and executives, electoral area coordinators, and polling station executives, members of our great party, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Moments ago, the Electoral Commission of Ghana declared the outcome of the 2023 NPP presidential primary. From the certified result, I was pronounced the winner with 61% of the valid votes cast. I therefore stand here with profound gratitude and humility, having received the greatest honor of my life. The victory is not mine, but ours. From Bogoso to Bolgatanga, from Axim to Zarantinga, as the party has united and chosen a path to walk in unison. As a wise man once said, a leader without any followers is just a man going for a walk. And I can proudly say that I feel the support from each and every one of our members today, as the poll results show that these are the highest percentage numbers for any first-time presidential candidate in the history of our party. We said it was possible. I thank the Almighty God for making this victory possible and for his unending blessings on me, the NPP, and Ghana. It is a victory for the rank and file of our great party, particularly to you, our hard-working grassroots members at the constituency, electoral area, and polling station levels. You enthusiastically came out in your numbers when I visited you throughout the country, and you rallied support for me amongst yourselves at your respective electoral areas. I am immensely grateful to you. The significance of this victory is not lost on me. I am humbled and overwhelmed. I attended Sakasaka Primary School in Tamale, Tamale Secondary School, Buckingham University in the UK, Oxford University, and Simon Fraser University in Canada. However, it has not been an easy journey. My work experience includes a stint as a farm by-day worker with my good friend, Dr. Abbas Awolu, who is now in the civil service, during holidays in my secondary school days, to driving a mini cab, which is a taxi in London, and cleaning dormitories in Canada with friends like Richard Opong, who is in Vancouver, as I studied for my PhD to make ends meet. God has brought me this far. I have always worked very hard as a student, a lecturer, a deputy governor, a running mate, and a vice president. And on this historic day, I have been elected as presidential candidate and leader of the great new patriotic party. This is just surreal. I thank God for how far he has brought me. I've always believed that with hard work, honesty, discipline, and faith in God, one can fulfill one's potential. It is possible. I congratulate the Electoral Commission of Ghana and the Presidential Election Committee of the NPP, chaired by the Venerable Professor Mike Aaron-Okwe, for an excellent job done. I also thank and congratulate the security services for an excellent job as well. I also congratulate my fellow aspirants for participating in the process and deepening the democratic credentials of the NPP. Their energies, time, engagement, and resources have contributed to energizing the base of the party and has prepared us all for the crucial battle of 2024. Now let us join together. I am determined to work with all of them and all our supporters to achieve the party's ambition of breaking the 8. That ambition requires the participation of all the aspirants, including my good friend, Honorable Kennedy Ohene Ejepong, who really wanted to give me a showdown today. Well done. Dr. Akoto Afriye Planting, as I call him, Boachi Ajako, Kobna J. Ajapong, Honorable Joe Ganti, Dr. Kofi Konedu Apreku, Adai Nimo, and Kojo Poku. There are those who would say that we are divided as a party. But I am here to tell them that it couldn't be less true. The NPP is a thriving democracy where leaders are elected, not anointed. And I salute my fellow competitors in this race for partaking in this crucial process. While our plans may differ at times, our visions are aligned. We share a passion for Ghana and a firm conviction that the NPP is the only party that can transform Ghana. The new patriotic party will enter 2024 united and energized. We are ready to make a strong and convincing case for another term in office with a fresh mandate and a new leader. Ladies and gentlemen, the journey towards today has been exciting and at the same time fraught with challenges. I remember the auspicious day on the 14th of August 2008, when through the visionary leadership of candidate Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, as he was then, and the NPP, I was outdoored onto the uncertain political terrain of our nation. I owe endless gratitude to President Akufo-Addo for his decision in 2008 and his undying confidence in me in the periods 2012, 2016, and 2020. That singular, consistent decision has birthed this historic moment we are witnessing tonight. I thank you, Mr. President, for believing in me. When I left Takoradi in 2008, that fateful day, after my outdooring as running mate, to commence my journey in politics, I had the difficult task of convincing a large part of our country to accept the inclusive and truly national character of the new patriotic party. I faced challenges in communities that accepted the decades of propaganda that the NPP was unwelcoming to them. I persevered. I kept going back to those communities, election after election, and with the same message that the NPP is inclusive and ready to work with every Ghanaian, irrespective of tribe or religion. By election 2020, we made significant inroads into the north, taking the majority of seats. Actually, we have equal seats in the old northern region. We also saw increased support throughout the Zongos in the country. In the Volta region, we continued to grow our numbers. It has been a remarkable but difficult journey of preaching the inclusive nature of the new patriotic party to those who have always viewed our great party with suspicion. The doubt regarding the inclusive character of the NPP dominated the discussion when I took the bold decision on 16th of June this year to file my nomination papers at the NPP headquarters to contest to be elected as the presidential candidate of the party. Some analysts were skeptical about my chances, and others confidently dismissed the possibility of the NPP electing a candidate from the northern part of the country. They clearly misconstrued the party's conservatism to mean tribalism or regionalism. I was certain that they misunderstood this great party and its values because I knew our values of rewarding hard work and dedication would triumph. I knew it was possible. Today's clear decision by over 200,000 delegates of the NPP, the grassroots of the party, reaffirms my knowledge and belief that the NPP is truly an inclusive national party. For a boy born in the heartland of Tamale with a hometown in Walewale to be elected as a presidential candidate of Ghana's largest political party speaks to the character of the party. The NPP is a party that is all-embracing, a party that rewards hard work, loyalty, and commitment to its values. The delegates, by today's decision, have resoundingly dismissed any doubt that the NPP is not inclusive and does not reward hard work. From virtually every constituency in the country, the message has been the same. In the NPP, we do not care about where you come from. We are tolerant of Ghana's religious diversity. We elect those deserving of leadership, those who are capable of governing, and those with proven traits of integrity, incorruptibility, and hard work. With this resounding victory, the NPP is sending an invitation to the men and women in Gamashi to join me in this journey of possibilities. The NPP has a place for you. To our men and women in the Zongos scattered across the 16 regions. I say to you that in the NPP, it is possible to rise to the top. I invite you to join us in this journey of possibilities. The NPP has a place for you. To the people of the Volta and OT regions who may have long doubted if you will have a place in the NPP, you have been answered today. I invite you to join us in this journey of possibilities. The NPP has a place for you. To the people of the North, we have often been told that the NPP is not our political home. Today, the delegates have demonstrated absolute confidence in us. I invite you to join us in this journey of possibilities. The NPP has a place for you. In the Ashanti region, the citadel of NPP politics, I have been shown unbelievable love and support. In the Eastern region, a fortress of our party, the support has been remarkable. In the Greater Accra, Western North, as well as Bono, the three Bono, Afo, and Bono East regions, I have received tremendous support and love from the rank and file of the NPP. In the Volta region, where our party's fortunes continue to grow considerably, I am very encouraged that we will do even better in 2024. In the 5 northern regions, Northern Savannah, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West, as they have always done in past elections, join the rest of the country to emphatically vote for the winning candidate. I have won convincingly in 14 out of 16 regions, and this clearly demonstrates an energized party with absolute confidence in me. I thank each and every one of you for this massive show of support, which is a reflection of the diversely harmonious nature of the NPP. I do not take this support for granted. I will work diligently every day to justify your decision. While on the campaign, I became aware of a 3-day demonstration staged by the young people of our country. They had a simple message for the political class. They needed more opportunities for work. They needed improved living conditions, and they wanted improved public services. These are legitimate demands, and we cannot ignore them. We will continue to work hard for the people of Ghana. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have spent the last 7 years assisting the President to deliver on many of these demands, to create more opportunities for the youth, improve the well-being of our people, create inclusive access to secondary education and healthcare, develop and expand the road infrastructure of our country, create great convenience in accessing public services wherever one finds himself or herself, and to leverage technology to fast-track development through digitalization. Notwithstanding these achievements, the unforeseen global economic downturn of the past 3 years, which derailed the significant economic gains and impact we made between 2017 and 2021, has had a devastating effect on our economy in the past 2 years, just as it has on many other economies around the world. This has affected many, including government itself, the private sector, and our households. The cost of living has increased dramatically, and Ghanaians are feeling the pinch. I have seen the sacrifices Ghanaians are making, and the hardships many Ghanaians are going through. And I am as concerned as my fellow countrymen and women. By the grace of God Almighty, together with the remarkable sacrifices, patience, and optimism of Ghanaians, the work of economic recovery is underway. GDP growth has picked up. Consumer price inflation is on the decline. Exchange rate depreciation has dramatically slowed down since February this year, and the budget deficit as a percentage of GDP is also on the decline. I will continue to support the President to sustain these gains. As a party, we must loudly and consistently tell the public about our achievements, as well as our ongoing efforts. We are all communicators, each one of us an NPP ambassador, and we should be telling the NPP story in our daily lives as well as the public stage at every opportunity we get. I am convinced that the NPP is the best option for the progress and prosperity of the Ghanaian people. My own core values, integrity, honesty, discipline, hard work, and inclusivity, my can-do attitude, my rejection of the tag of impossibility, my passion to unleash the creative energies of the youth, my compassion for the poor and vulnerable. All of these align perfectly with the values with which our forebears created this political tradition. So, to the NPP rank and file, I wish to say to you, today you have placed your trust in me. I shall not disappoint you. Ghana has given me everything, every opportunity and grace. I have dedicated my life to give back and to serve this wonderful country to the best of my ability with every breath in my body. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have my own vision and my own priorities. Given the opportunity by you, the people of Ghana, to lead, I shall govern as my own man with guidance from God Almighty. My vision is to build an inclusive, food self-sufficient, data-driven, and systems-based nation that will fully participate in the global digital revolution to resolve our problems and also to usher in a golden age of benefits from our natural resources. I want to lead a nation that improves and unleashes the talents of our youth and offers good jobs with good pay and sustainable growth with macroeconomic discipline. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as the presidential candidate of the NPP, it would be my commitment to the youth of Ghana. The talent of our youth in various sectors, such as information technology, robotics, entrepreneurship, the creative arts, sports, and so on, is just amazing. When we bring the talents of the youth together, we will surely build a mighty nation. Together, we can transform this nation and do even more in many areas. I therefore invite the youth, particularly the Gen Zs, to join me in this journey of great possibilities. We have a place for you. As a technocrat, it was doubted if I would gain space in politics, long dominated by career politicians. This victory is an invitation to technocrats and professionals to join me in this journey of possibilities. The NPP has a place for you. With open arms, I invite everyone listening to me tonight to join us in this journey of possibilities. Together, we can build this nation. I am encouraged by the ingenuity and the can-do spirit of the youth, the tireless efforts of our farmers, the bravery of our fishermen and women, the business acumen of our mothers and sisters in the markets, the passion of our drivers, the dedication of our security personnel, the sacrifices of our teachers, as well as the commitment of our doctors and nurses and other healthcare workers. I am encouraged by the entrepreneurial spirit of our men and women who step out on a daily basis looking for genuine support to create opportunities for themselves and many others. I am encouraged by the literate society we are creating through our free access to secondary education and expanded support for tertiary education. Our country's future is really bright with a highly educated and skilled youthful population, leveraging technology for our economic transformation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am encouraged by the beautiful diversity of our country, our peaceful coexistence, which respects each other's faith, which unites us and brings all of us together for a common goal of seeing a transformed Ghana. We stand here today in celebration, but the real work starts now, and I have no intention of slowing down. I will get right back to work, sit down with Ghanaians from all walks of life, from civil society and student organizations to young professionals, stakeholders in the business community, and religious leadership. The position I seek needs to be earned, and I intend to show every single voter, from the farmer to the financial head, that I am the right man for the job. I will listen to your concerns and answer your questions, because we are partners in this process, and any worthwhile gain comes from communal investment. We speak about breaking the 8, but it's important to remember that that's more than just a slogan. By breaking the 8, we break with the culture of complacency. We reject the tacit agreement that power is handed over every 8 years, thereby relinquishing responsibility for the growth of this nation. This 8-year cycle stands in the way of a long-term vision for Ghana. Therefore, breaking it is not about NPP bragging rights. It is about being able to successfully implement long-term visions and policies under a consistent leadership. Breaking the 8 is not about partisanship, but about patriotism, and knowing that Ghana deserves consistency, focus, and follow through, not political bickering and division. We will break the 8 in unity. and we will govern in unity, because regardless of the margin of our victory, we govern for and in the interest of 100% of Ghanaians. We have two tasks ahead, ladies and gentlemen. First is to lead the new patriotic party to victory in 2024. And secondly, to steward this nation from recovery to prosperity. Given the chance, I am determined to serve as a leader for a united Ghana, for all Ghanaians, regardless of background, circumstance, or socioeconomic status. Ghana is a haven of peace and coexistence. And one of the many strengths of our nation is that while we may differ and debate, come together in unity for the good of Mother Ghana. We will come together in unity. I have felt the hope and unity as I have traveled across the country over these past months. And I feel it here today as we prepare to build back better for us all. So we celebrate today, but tomorrow we get back to work for you, for Ghana, and for all of us. I cannot end my speech without my deepest appreciation to certain personalities in our party and country. As a believer and practitioner of the liberal democratic values and principles of the Dankwa Dombo Buzia tradition, like all of you here, I have been inspired throughout my life by the thinking, deeds, sacrifices, and accomplishments of such great political icons of our country and party, such as Dr. J.B. Dankwa, Chief S.D. Dombo, Professor K.A. Buzia, Edward Akufo-Addo, Obechibi Lamte, Alhaji Yakubu Tali Tolona, Jato Kalio, Naba Ifakabo, S.G. Anto, Professor Albert Dubois, R.R. Amponsa, J.B. Darocha, J.H. Mensah, and J. Kufuor. I express my profound gratitude to the founders of our tradition, without whose sacrifices I would not be here today. I am also indebted to so many men and women who have sacrificed and continue to sacrifice for our party and country on a daily basis without outward recognition. I extend my sincere thanks to President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his beautiful Rebecca, by any measure, a first-class First Lady, for their support and confidence in me over the years. I am truly grateful. I thank former President Kufuor, who first allowed me to serve as Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, from where I was noticed and subsequently poached into politics. I truly appreciate his wise counsel and guidance over the years. May the beautiful soul of his departed wife, Mama Teresa, rest in peace. I also thank former Vice President Alhaji Aliyu Mahama and his wife Hajia Ramatu Aliyu Mahama for their inspiration. May the Almighty God continue to bless their souls. To my beautiful wife Samira and our children, I thank you for your sacrifices and love in the journey so far. I thank the polling station executives, the electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, regional executives, the Council of Elders, patrons, founding members, past officers, our external branches, and the national executives for their massive support of my bid to lead the NPP. I will not disappoint you, and I promise to work hard with all for victory in 2024 by the grace of God. I thank our distinguished members of parliament for their unflinching support for my candidature. They have been immeasurable in their support. I thank the thousands of volunteer groups who worked day and night to secure this historic victory for me and the party. I am indebted to all of you. To the energetic youth of the NPP in Ghana, I shall lead the NPP to deliver on your aspirations. I thank you for your support so far, and I pray for your continued support. I also thank my campaign team for their dedication and commitment to executing the mandate assigned them. They delivered a victory that the nation will never forget. I also thank my office staff for their hard work and commitment throughout the years. To my father, Alhaji Mumuni Bawumia, and my mother, Hajia Mariama Bawumia, I wish you were here to witness the dreams you had for me. I thank you for raising me to be the person I am today. May God continue to bless your beautiful souls. To my late press aide, Kwabena Buedu, I know you are excited about this victory wherever you are. We made it. Thank you, and God bless you. I thank our friends from the media for their massive coverage of the entire process. The NPP and I are grateful for your partnership. And those who are listening and watching from afar, it is indeed possible. God bless you. God bless the NPP. And God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make her great and strong. Thank you very much. Now go day.